Welcome to the campus of Stanford University for Lax Sports Network's presentation of the U.S. Lacrosse Spring Premiere, live stream presented by Nike Lacrosse. We kick things off today at Kagan Stadium with a rematch of the 2017 World Cup semifinals, Team England against Team USA. Travis Eldridge alongside Hallie Quillen and Griggs here at Stanford. So excited here for the U.S. Lacrosse Spring Premiere. Hallie, the first time U.S. Lacrosse has been here to California in quite a while. This is actually a bit of a challenge for Team USA. They've been using the international rules all week during training camp at Gillette Stadium, getting ready for a slow, more methodical type of game. And then here on Thursday night, you're playing more up and down. It's MLL rules. There's a 60-second shot clock. There's a two-point arc. This is a team that prides itself on everything building from the defensive end. It's the heartbeat of this team. What's the adjustment they make in the second half? Camizio, the defensive midfielder, feeds. Seibel wins it!
Wow.
Villanova.
What a game.
Its second straight upset of the season. The Wildcats take down number 5 Yale. Now back to Kitchen. Charlie moves it along. Great ball movement. Kurtz, the fancy finish. Great handle from the freshman, and it's all knotted up. Pennell again, still working against Dunn. He's got a step. Galloway with a kick save. Wow. And an emphatic fist pump from Johnny G. And here comes UMass. Conley all alone. Stopped by Blumenthal. And UMass a chance to run. Charlie O'Brien quickly the other way. Nice shimmy shake. O'Brien! Back-to-back goals for UMass. It was a hot one here tonight, so that water had to feel really good.
Really good.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks,
and
Travis.
great goal.
Appreciate it.
Midway through this first quarter, the top two teams in the CAA preseason poll knotted up at 1 apiece. UMass looking to bounce back after an OT loss to Hofstra last week. Coach Greg Cannella saying the message this week was, hey, you can't take anything for granted. You can't assume anything's going to happen. As Kevin Cutnella gets free. The dive is good. Cutnella puts the Minutemen up 1.
Cutnella with a great move.
Sophomore from Wading River, New York. We go back to the face-off X. Myers got tangled up with Woodall there, and
they're gonna call him for the procedure.
Tigers,
yeah. He put his arms up trying to see if he could sell that he didn't do anything right there, but it was pretty clear that he was inhibiting Goodall from getting the ball. So after Woodall lost his first face-off, he has won every one since then.
75% on the season. Alex Woodall ranked number 2 in the country behind only Yale's T.D. Erlin.
That was one of the big reasons why he was the number 1 overall draft pick in Major League Lacrosse. Of course, if you don't follow the league, they're going to have to redraft. They contracted 3 teams after that draft, but I expect that Woodall, if he's not number 1, he'll be number 2 or number 3 in that redraft.
The backhand from McLean doesn't go. Sunday can't get the loose ball, and it ends up in the crease to Scanoni. And UMass a chance to run. Charlie O'Brien quickly the other way. Nice shimmy shake. O'Brien! Back-to-back goals for UMass.
And that is all started in the transition game by UMass. You scoop up the ground ball, you move the ball quickly ahead.
This is a UMass team that is so good when they get things going in transition. And when we look back to last season, the last time these two teams met up, the CAA championship game last year at Garber Field, UMass coming away with the win in that championship game. Chris Conley, then a freshman, setting a CAA championship freshman record with 6 points, 3 goals, and 3 assists. Jeff Traynor with 4 points. Scanoni with 16 saves. That was part of a huge winning streak. 11 straight wins for UMass to end that season last year, make their way into the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2012.
Yeah, which is a great offensive game plan by Greg Cannella and his staff. If you take a look at the series, it's a 16th matchup. Towson leads at 9-6, and a lot of those wins. I mean, it was 9-4 going into last season, and UMass has won the last 2 games, but Towson dominates them at home. But when we talked to Greg Cannella, he was trying to downplay that this is a rivalry, but I mean, this is turning into a great rivalry. 2 blue bloods in the CAA And we talked about this a couple times already. They've combined for the last 4 championships. I mean, Towson's got 3, and UMass has 1. And it wouldn't be shocking if either one of these teams wins it again this year.
And a face-off win for Tommy Myers. Gets a little help from his long pole. And another possession here for UMass as Chris Conley settles things down.
Yeah, when we talked to Sean Natalie, he talked about Canto getting off to a hot start, and if he could get hot in the early going, he's faced 4 shots and given up 3 goals so far. Not the start that you want if you're Towson. So that's something to keep an eye on, because if things continue, we might see another goalie change like we saw a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, early on in that game, second quarter against Hofstra, Coach Nadelin decided to go back to Shane Brennan, who was the starter for just about all of last season for Towson. Crazy to think what would have happened if Brennan was not hurt at the beginning of the season. We may have never seen Tyler Canto.
Yeah, that was the thing, is we mentioned that Canto was number 3 on the depth chart in the fall. They didn't really even expect him to play at all, but he kind of rose to the top when they needed a goaltender to step up, and he played really well. And you mentioned Brennan came in a couple weeks ago, and he had such a really, really solid season last year. But when you're a hot goalie, you're going to get the nod.
Kobe Smith in transition, stopped by Scanoni. Back and forth we go. Trainer, download a Prosek, stopped by Canto.
Big save by Canto. They really needed that. That was a great transition. You saw the ball come out really quickly, and Trainer, he's great in transition at hustling that ball up the field, and 3 passes and they took a shot. That was a beautifully executed transition. They just didn't get any chance to finish because Canto made a great save.
Monahan going to work on the short stick. Monahan, kick save by Scanoni.
He had to fight off a defender right there. He didn't get the cleanest of looks at the cage, so that's kind of an off-speed ball that went to the cage, and Scanoni was able to get it easily.
Charlie O'Brien with a bounce shot. Back and forth, UMass on the run.
That's the second in a row by O'Brien. It's the third by UMass, and they're now up 4-1. Take a look at it again. Here's O'Brien coming down the right side. He beats his shorty, and the long pole does not come up to slide, and he gets the goal.
And that causes Towson to take a timeout. We'll take one too. UMass running and gunning early. They're up 4-1 in the first quarter.